Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in. Y'all got to forgive me. The wood desk caught me a splinter. I want to pop in and talk to you about this. I was filming earlier, but then I had to stop and get some Jamaican food and wasn't able to finish saying what I was saying, so I didn't use the video. But I saw this thing on my wife showed it to me, I believe, and then I seen the actual, I heard the actual news report about it last night on YouTube when I was going to bed, and it was talking about a gentleman who went to the Super Bowl, a reporter, and he went to the Super Bowl and he met this lady, and she laced him with some drugs, and he was found dead, I think a few days later or something like that. And my heart goes out to his family, and he was raising a daughter, and his wife had died a year earlier. But I was immediately, my heart, my mind was taken immediately to the book of Proverbs, where, and it could be Proverbs chapter 5 or somewhere in there, where it's talking to men about these women who lure you in to devour you. They drug you, kill you, rob you. And I've heard women talk about that, and even women like the artist Cardi B, was saying that she had a past of having to do stuff to men, and people was talking about that. And it reminded me of the wages of sin is death, and how you never know when that little lure is an actual hook or it's a trap. And it's so easy to get caught up in it. It's so easy to get tricked because of just how the world is set up, and just seeing how that works, being in a situation to where you're unassuming, but and you know that it's sin, but you don't really think that the punishment for this sin will be death. And I put myself in them shoes, and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, if I'm in this city, I'm going to the Super Bowl, and I go out to this restaurant, I go out to this sports bar, and I'm sitting in the bar, and this woman comes up beside me and she orders a drink, and then she starts talking to me, and we just talking. And I'm like, okay, I got to get up and go to the restroom, and then I come back and I get back to my drink, and then I go to feeling woozy, and she like, whoa, what's going on? Like, how are you? Like, is everything okay? And I'll help you get home. And then she take me home, and she robbed me. Now that's one thing to be robbed, and you leave with your life. But now when a woman comes up and she talking and she's like, how are you? What you doing? What's your name? Where you from? Okay, I hate to say this, you very, or be forward, you very attractive. Like, I would love to spend more time with you. Like, do you want to get out of here? You want to go to my place or go to your place or go to your hotel? Like, I'm just kind of looking to have some fun. And it's like two and a half men in the country that'll say no. And of course, I'm being facetious, but I really put myself in that position. Now, I have a rule of thumb that, and this is what I want every man under the sound of my voice to adopt and send this to every man, especially if you got brothers and uncles and cousins or what have you. I have a rule of thumb that if a woman position herself to get hollered at by me, or if a woman holler at me, like she shoot her shot, it's automatic no. It's automatic no. Every man needs to be a pursuer. And even if you are a cheating man and you getting ready to cheat on your wife, you need to be the pursuer instead of being pursued. And that don't mean I'm condoning sin or condoning cheating. What I'm saying is, you easier to be set up by a prostitute or an escort or a woman that's going to take your life if you accept the advances of women. A man should never let a woman accept a woman who shoot her shot at him in a public forum, like in a public way. It's different if a woman like your post online, or she follow you on Facebook, friend you on Facebook, follow you on Instagram. That's different. But just to come out and shoot her shot like, hey, I like you, I like to get to know you, I like the way you look, that should always make a man throw up in his mouth. Point blank, period. We were not created for men to be hollered at, for men to be pursued by women. And that is not how we were created. And we gotta go back to the natural order of things. And that in itself gonna keep a lot of men alive, because and they know who to go for. Like, they could look at a man and tell if he him or if he was him, but still got that in him. And then they could look at a man and tell if he was never him and is not him. And they know who to go after. And like, when you look at this nice little man that this lady did this to, and I'm hoping they put her butt under the jail, but he died. But imagine how many men get drugged and robbed and don't die. And then these men, what I'm finding is they don't come out and tell anybody because they can't. Because a lot of them be married or got a daughter like this particular gentleman has, and they embarrassed and they don't want to tell. So they just take it on the chin, no pun intended, and go on about their business and live in this violated state of mind for the rest of their life, and just will end up hurting women, end up hurting their daughter, just out of being just rude or nasty or condescending or distant, and taking out that pain from being violated. And this is happening every single day. And men have to grow up, for one, and you got to wake up. Make sure you go on iTunes and download my audiobook War and listen to that. Listen to it every night going to bed until it get in your spirit and you start to win the war in the dark. You start to go to war and you start to battle with your flesh, and you win. You come out victorious over those things that are weakening you. And it's a gateway. And that's why I try to tell you, come out of that porn. Like, stop watching porn. Develop discipline. You got to have meat leg discipline. You have to have self-control. You got to be able to go without. And one thing I notice is, as a man, when I stopped masturbating, it really was like, it's just like a thought in your head that say, oh, go ahead and do that. But nothing else negative happens. Like, all it is a thought. I realized, like, I don't have to do that. Like, I don't have to do that. And I developed that discipline. And then even in marriage, being married, you don't always be on the same page as far as how your body is feeling. So it's a lot of days to where I might be, standing up like the Army Hammer box and ready to go. And my wife got a migraine, stomach ache, period on. So I could then go to the bathroom. I got a separate bathroom that's connected to my home office. I'm at my corporate office right now. But at home, I got a home office, and there's a bathroom right there connected to it. I could go in that bathroom and get on down with old Angela and do my little thing. But I don't do that. And I realize I don't need to do that, because it doesn't do anything for me, but it steals from me. Because if I'm doing that, I'm now opening up this portal to lust after other women, look at women online, on my phone, think about other women, and go to a place in my mind that is not good for my spirit to go to. But when I develop that discipline translates to every area of my life. So then I see that discipline in my business. I see it in my body. I see it in my mindset. And I see it in my relationship, in my husbandhood, my fatherhood, my manhood. That discipline then is able to be used in other areas of life. And then the fruit of that discipline is success. And what discipline does is it creates clarity. And then with that clarity, you're able to actually create. And when you create, you're now producing, and in with that production, you reap a harvest. So just from me developing discipline, meat leg discipline, it helped me earn way more money. It helped me build an international brand, a world-renowned brand. It helped me change my life, and I'm able to manage and do because I'm disciplined. And I'm doing a million different things. And I talk to people and they're like, what all you do? And they want me to condense it. They want me to put it into a simple thing because of how people hear stuff, how people receive stuff. But guess what? I don't need anybody because I got God. So if a person don't like the way I say what I do, I technically don't need them because God had already blessed me without them. But he blessed me based on my relationship with him. If I'm lying to him, if I'm cheating, if I'm deceiving, if I'm manipulating, if I'm getting into all of this lasciviousness, fornication, adultery, I'm not good ground. God can't do what he can do in and through me and for me if I'm not good ground. But when I become good ground, now he's able to move. And in that moving, he's able to show up and show me, I got you. I got you. It's going to be all right. Y'all got to forget I'm tired now. I'm here preaching, I'm tired. And so I say that to say, we got to come to that place of growth and development. And here's one thing I found. When I began to abstain, because I had to abstain from cheating when I got married. And I had to abstain. And then I didn't want to just stop there, like physical cheat. I had to abstain from everything. And so as I started to do that, one thing I noticed is that I never got the sweats. I never got the shakes, tremors, didn't develop a personality disorder, didn't, I mean, you could lose weight in the sense of having discipline to work out, but not like that. There was no negative effects. Like people, oh, if you don't get it out of there, get it out you every so amount of time, you're going to have prostate cancer and all it right there. And none of that stuff is founded. None of that stuff rooted in anything. You can't even do them kind of studies. We ain't got them kind of studies. And then we don't know all the other external factors and everything else going on into that person's life. Well, we trying to, and so people just make stuff online. Oh, you got to do it this many times a day, this many times a week. You got to have this many releases. Like, these are freaks and perverts. These are freaks and perverts writing this stuff. They might be writing it just to gaslight their own partner. Just to manipulate their own partner. Just, you got to remember, doctors got spouses too. Some of them just come out just to get over on their partner and say this is a finding. It be fake as all out those. And when you walking with the Lord will show you that you don't need what you think you need. The devil made you think you need that so that he could control you, he could dominate you, he can rule and reign. But you don't need that fornication, that adultery, that lasciviousness, that masturbation. You don't need that. You want it because you're getting the release and you're getting that feeling, you're getting that hit, that high, but you don't need that. And so when I realized I didn't need it, I'm like, whoa, I started to actually feel more confident. Like I got stronger. I got better. It increased my life because that daily discipline, it led me to my destiny. And I started to see and realize like, wow, okay, this is what life is like with self-control. Like this is what life is like on the other side of giving in and being a slave to pornography or Angela. And I never was into porn. And so I don't fully understand that addiction, but if you into it, you understand it. But one thing I'm going to tell you to do is cut it out. And while you cutting it out and while you want to watch it and you miss it and you thinking about it and you feeling an itch, you feeling a tingle, you feeling a mingle, you feeling a swingle, whatever you feeling, just do this right here. Then you're able to realize what just happened. I just breathe. So if that means if I'm breathing, I'm living. And if I'm living, I'm good. That means I don't need that. Now you go too long without water, you go too long without food, now you're going to cease to live. But one thing that will not kill you is abstaining from an orgasm. That will not kill you. You actually going to get stronger. You're going to get stronger. Trust me when I tell you. Like, listen, like, I have a little bit of, arm and chest on me. I've always been an athlete and I played football in college, but I don't go to the gym like that. Like my trainer texted me the other day because I go to the gym for like a month to 2 months and I take 2-3 months off. And I might just hit me some push-ups. Every now and then I'm feeling like it, boom, knock out 25 to 100 push-ups, just however my body feeling. And that's that. And that helped me. And I'm able to keep my physique, not trying to look all muscle bound and swole meatheadish, able to keep my little physique, be in shape. But that's from that discipline. That's from that retention of not just spilling my seed every day all over the place. And if you notice, anytime you abstain and then you have that release, now you crave it every single day because you just gave yourself a high. You gave yourself a hit. And now your brain go to calling for that high. Hey, give me that feeling again. 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 So you could go a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 10 weeks without doing anything. And then as soon as you do it, it's like you open Pandora's box. It's like, boom, you back at it. You like a little bunny rabbit. But really, it's all it is. It's the brain. You got to study your brain. You got to learn yourself. It's just the brain saying, woo, okay, well, we got a hit, boy. But you done release some of that good into the bloodstream, boy. Hey, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Hey, man, this ain't good enough. Now you need a real deal now. You need to come off that hand now. Come on now. You need a real deal. Next thing you want more, you want more, you want more, you want more. And you get all the way led to the point where just a random strange woman could come up to you and holler at you and take you back to her place, or take you back to your place and drug you. Random strange woman, and that's because you built up to it. Plan. Boom. Wages of sin is death. Hey, get this in your spirit. God bless you. Keep your head up. Keep going. We'll talk soon. Shout out to the Patreon members, to the Blessed Tribe members, to the Tony Gaskin Family Foundation donors. We had amazing support on there the other day. Someone came in and really, really blessed us. Really blessed us, and I thank you so much for being a blessing. Really appreciate you. God bless you, and we will talk soon. Oh, the link's in the description for everything you need. TonyGasAcademy.com, Tony Gaskin Family Foundation. I appreciate you. We got the Boys Club. The Boys Club, the age is 10 to 18. So his videos will be uploaded in there. There'll be interviews. I'll do live Zoom calls as my schedule permits. And then the goal eventually that we can do a retreat together or do like in-person conferences. But we got to work up to that and, make it all make sense logistically. But thank you so much for being in that. You also got the life coach certification on there. We got us a new coach today that signed up to get a certification. So when that tax return hit, if you ready and you able to add that to what you do, check us on out, TonyGasAcademy.com. God bless you. We'll talk soon.